Do 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 do, honey cruller, do 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 do. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. What do you see? Do you see a donut? Or do you see what's behind the donut? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. The brilliance of sugar, the darkness of sugar, and the clarity of sugar. I really want to lick my fingers. 23 grams of sugar is very, very tempting. Brilliance. Sugar is bright, so brilliantly important to our lives. When we love someone, we give them sugar. My grandfather used to give me juicy fruit gum and lifesavers. Do you know why they call them lifesavers? Because there's a little hole in the center of every candy so that if it gets stuck in the throat of a little boy, he can still breathe. My grandfather used to sweeten his breath with candy between his cigars. He loved his smoke and he loved his sugar. He spent most of his life living with diabetes, but it was the cancer that killed him first. Now, as I grew up, I learned that special days were filled with sugar. We had Christmas cakes and birthday cakes. Thanksgiving, we'd have a choice of apple pie or pumpkin pie. Easter bunnies, Halloween. My father used to give out toothbrushes on Halloween. He's a dentist. He says that sugar is the first addiction. And we all love to give sugar because sugar is the brilliant supernova of taste explosions. It does have a dark side. Darkness. If you drop a frog into boiling water, it will jump. The reaction to pain is instant. But if you place a frog in cool water and slowly turn up the temperature, he will sit there, quietly becoming soup. 15 years ago, I was told that my blood sugar was too high, and like most people, I completely ignored this. I continued to eat Tic Tacs and gummy worms, drink Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola Classic. I loved Jelly Bellies, and eventually I got a jelly belly. At one point, I was 240 pounds. See, sugar tastes good, but it does its damage in darkness. Dr. Oz says that you should think of sugar as a little tiny crystal with sharp glass-like spikes on the outside. And if you have too many of these little crystals going through your blood, the crystals leave tiny little scratches all over the inside of your body. What do you think happens if you have 15 years of microvascular scratches on your retina? What do you think happens to the nerves going to your legs? What do you think happens to your heart? And more importantly, what do you think happens to your brain? Let me be clear. If you have been told that your sugar is too high, you are a frog floating in some very hot water, and you are slowly cooking. Clarity. I have a very good doctor. One day he was sitting with me and looking at my lab report, and he said, "Do you realize that your blood glucose level is 3 times the normal level?" I slouched in my chair and said, "Yeah, whatever." See, not only was I overweight, I was also apathetic. All that sugar had done some damage to my brain. He said, "Do you have any dreams?" Funny question from a doctor. Yeah, I have dreams. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to learn how to surf. I want to go to Paris and visit the Picasso Museum. I want to get married. He said, "Jeffrey, those are good dreams, but I don't care about your dreams. Well, why did you ask me? He said, shouldn't you care about your dreams? Because if you keep eating the way you do, not only will you lose your legs, your eyesight, maybe your heart will just stop one day, but you will also lose those dreams because nobody cares about your dreams except you. Something about sugar became clear to me in that very moment. In 1969, Neil Armstrong stood on the moon. He says he put his thumb up and closed one eye. He says, I shut one eye and my thumb blotted out the planet Earth. If I place this donut in front of my eyes, I can't see what's behind it. The sugar is an obstacle to my dreams. As I was introduced to him, he said that I drive a motorcycle. Yeah, I ride a Harley Davidson. And it's very important when you ride a motorcycle to always see the obstacles in front of you. I have to swerve if I want to stay alive. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Mr. Toastmaster.